And yet, the culture flourished, roses growing from concrete. It was from this rhythm we find ourselves in 16th century Prague. The Jews were able to find a brief respite from oppression and set roots for a while. In this period of semi-stability rose Rabbi Loew, lovingly referred to as the Maharal, a type of nickname meant as a mix of Morenu Harav Loew, or our teacher Rabbi Loew. Rabbi Loew, beyond being a spiritual guide for the community, was also a philosopher who preferred to blend rational thought with mystical insights in order to understand both Jewish religious texts and their rich traditions. The good rabbi, though, is best known as a folk hero amongst the Jews, not for his insights and good nature, but for the mystical tale of how he protected the community from the inevitable rise of antisemitic vitriol. The rumors began small but spread like wildfire across Prague. Those nasty Jews were kidnapping children and performing the ritual of blood libel. The meme of Jews as pedophilic vampires swept across the city and resulted in a violent swell of rage. The story goes that the rabbi rushed to the banks of the nearby Vltava River and fashioned a clay golem to protect the Jewish community from these attacks and false accusations of blood libel. The golem, named Joseph, coincidence, was brought to life through rituals and Hebrew incantations, and the insertion of a shem, a paper with sacred inscriptions, into its mouth or on its forehead. The golem, animated by this mystical magic, protected the community by scaring away the mob through casually ruthless violence. Witnessing the immense strength of this creature frightened many of the Jewish people, fearful of both retaliation from Prague, but also uncertain of the power of the golem. What if it turned against them? Only Rabbi Loew was able to deactivate the golem through removing the shem, which he did every Sabbath to ensure it rested. Soon the community's fears began taking shape in reality as the golem started to act in some erratic and even violent ways. It would take its instructions a little too literally, or misinterpret the will of the rabbi. People would get hurt or buildings damaged, and no matter how much specificity the rabbi made with his commands to the golem, the situation quickly unraveled. Eventually, the Maharal made the difficult decision to remove the shem of the golem for good, unwilling to risk the lives of his people. So he brought the clay protector to the attic, where he stored the most precious and sacred of Hebrew texts, and took the shem from Joseph the golem for the last time, hoping to both never have a need for the golem's protections, but also saddened by his own inability to control the creature.